strangest thing.
But they watched what your parents did to both of us. We were children, man. And they shouldn't have done either one of us that way. Just like they never should have done you that way. Your whole life. Maybe if they hadn't, you'd been different and you'd had a chance. But you chose wrong with your wiring. And your breakage and your damage from them. And you chose to use the harm and the shit you couldn't heal within yourself and I couldn't love better. You chose to lash out with it and hurt other innocent people around you and a woman and children who loved you very much. And only ever wanted the best for you. And a real life with you. And a real dad and a real partner. You chose your breakage and damage to annihilate us. Oh, because adults didn't do you right. And you couldn't heal your pain and you couldn't process. And you chose to be them instead of you.
Hi, my name is Dee and you're watching Dee Presents. How do we ever let ourselves get tangled up in Jody Sue and Andy's personal stuff? She should have kept it separate than Summerwell's case. No, Jody Sue didn't. Jody Sue, you're the one that don't seem to be able to let go. You're the one that can't leave Andy alone. And you talk about him, I think your problems are bigger than his.
And man, you could have been such a beautiful goddamn human being. Oh man, it's why I chose you over all the good looking guys. The guys with futures, the houses, the careers, everything.
You sure about that? I thought you maybe was with Andy because he was the only child and you know his mom and daddy ain't gonna last forever and, well, he'd get something. But you thought he was getting a big old chunk of land, didn't you? You thought you were set for life. But it didn't turn out that way, did it?
Even though you weren't my type, mentally, physically. Because at that point, you were still midway right. I could feel the beautiful soul and the beautiful thing. The damaged thing. But you let the bad eat it. You let the bad wiring take over what could have been good. You chose. I chose one way and you chose another. And your pain and shit you couldn't heal and couldn't get over and everything else. You used, lashed out with it to destroy 3 innocent people who loved you so very fucking much. And only ever wanted the best for you in a real life, a real partner, a real father. Begged, pleaded, cried. And you destroyed.
And what he didn't destroy, you destroyed it for him. Calling him names, calling him monster, calling him Voldemort when this thing first started. Telling us every bad quality about him. But then turn around, you have talked about every YouTube creator that ever tried to help Summer Wells, ever spoke her name. You've attacked them. Why? You act like you came to this place and you were the president. But at the same time, you didn't know too much about it. You're the one that acts like you can't get over it. You keep on and on and on and on and on every day for the last 4 years. That's 365 days times 4. About 1,400 days now. You've been steady at it, nonstop. Against everybody. Everybody.
And all that shit, right?
It's all groovy. Let him on the Monoberry, do what he wants to do. He can play with his butthole buddy. Shares part of this shit going on. It's now, quote, eating him over the Morrison Cemetery thing. I don't know. I'd assume they're all building a nothing burger for you to take you on a ride about like him, Fred, and the rest of the crew have for several years over the Andy was on the road. When they know damn good well there's proof and evidence he was not. Looks like the same crew's building you up a storyline, Morrison Cemetery. Here's how you know this is stupid. A, Fred was in my room last night going on with this horse shit that was gained from Shares, that Shares got Andy going on while pretending to be his rah-rah cheerleader while actually being at the head of the shit-eating him alive for years. At the behest of Candace, Dawn, all the rest, blah, 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 blah. Monster wants to play stupid and take his $500 payments with his dope whore. At this point, let him do it. I don't give a fuck. He wants to take y'all on a ride. The rest of them want to do it. Y'all want to be entertained by it. You go right ahead. Here's the long and short of it. Okay? That grave was checked. Cops were well aware that it was open and closed. It's been searched. Whole thing's been searched. And no shit, I'm not fucking kidding you when I say there was an officer. An officer. Okay, we got pictures of it. I got video, you know what I mean? Planted right there across from with eyes on the actual gravesite, the blue tin. It was well seen from the roadway. You could see it from the fucking houses. We all in the community know the grave diggers and all those. We know they've been talked to. La, 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 la. All right, there was an actual cop. Feet from that grave for weeks. No shit. Search dogs, holding on, been over it, equipment, the helicopters, all the penetrating radar, the fixed wing, the this, that. So y'all go ahead and you take the entertainment PG bait, all you fucking want. You take the Cher, PG, Ziggy, Fred lineup with Andy helping build another, nothing burger bullshit that in the end will just be used so it can be out there. That poor little boo-boo. It was just a little dream he had. It was just a little dream. It sounds better than you Summer vanishing, and him thinking Candace and Dawn murdered Summer outright and disposed of her remains somewhere, and describing them in detail, etc., to torment the living shit out of I and the children as a form of abuse. Well, you go right ahead. Wasn't a fucking dream. And B, he did not see Summer's body. Let me make that clear. No way that can't be gone off the rails with either for the 4 billionth time. Shit's ridiculous. So, long and short is, PG's running bullshit. Cher, Ziggy, Fred are all part of it. What part Monster is? Who the fuck knows? He does like these nothing burgers. It makes him feel and makes y'all think he's some sort of victim, whatever. I heard he was running his mouth. I was also led and fed this shit from, I guess, whatever he was doing with his buddy Cher, the other day. In her chats, Fred visits mine last night with the same Morrison Cemetery shit, Ziggy, PG, and Cher in it. Either Andy gets smart or he's part of it. He keeps holding the mod wrench over there when people are doing that. I mean, let's be real. He sat on her panel running his Cash App while talking about Michael Vaughn's case, too, after Brandy had asked even Dawn not to be doing that on Daisy's. And then he sat there and let Cher target our minor child and call her a murderer and the whole nine. But look at him. Him and Becca just love the Cher. And Cher maybe is champion just like she was Dawn's, but she's working with this shit just like she was bullhorning them in Quentin Simon's case. Get smart, Andy, or you're part of it. Figure it the fuck out, dipshit. Or you, Fred, Ziggy, Cher, the rest are just building the newest nothing burger with the team, and it's all meant in the end to mindfuck the public into thinking it really was just a dream. Those who have survived you know better. We also know better and never, ever, ever said that you seen Summer's body just so
I had her crying in tears. I mean, just like in a ball because for like fucking 5 minutes just wouldn't lay off. And it was Summer's dead body's laying here. Who gives a fuck about it? And this and blah, blah, and she's dead. I mean, right.
So Andy mentioned it multiple times, right? He was really bothered by it. He starts out by telling me this story about how weird and eerie it was. The couple mornings after Summer had gone missing, Andy woke up to, like in the afternoon or something, like 1-ish, woke up to what sounded like gospel music, like a choir singing, a church choir. And then he realized, oh, it's a funeral or a graveside service. And he could hear it from his house up on Ben Hill Road. And so then later on, he brings up to me that grave, that funeral that he heard or that he had heard that morning that gave him a really strange feeling. He goes into detail about how it made him feel on that live of mine, I believe. Anyway, he says that grave was open. It had just been dug that morning or the day before Summer went missing, because the person had just passed away. So they had worked on getting it ready, and they did it in stages. Apparently, they dug the hole, and then there's a cement type vault that you put in.
Thank y'all for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Please join my memberships. It's only 99 cents. And y'all have a wonderful Friday afternoon and evening. And y'all be safe. And I'll see y'all later. Thank you.
That was something your little team here, including Cher and all them hoax called, that got all of us knocks on door. You remember that? I remember seeing you when it fucking happened, asshole.